We see them every day in our zoos, swinging amongst the trees and ropes, but outside in the wildlife. Orangutans are critically endangered. The name orangutan means man of the forest in the Malay language. Their classification species falls into the domain Eukarya due to the fact that their cells contain a nucleus and membrane-bound organelles. Furthermore, the classification goes as follows: Kingdom Animalia, Phylum Chordata, Class Mammalia, Order Primates, Family Hominid, Genus Pongo, Species Abeli pygmaeus, but people do not generally associate the orangutan with their scientific classification, but rather their distinctive fur that can weigh up to 200 pounds. The males and females generally have distinctive variations in traits. Males can either be flanged or unflanged. Flanges are large cheek pads, but in order to be flanged, an orangutan should also have a throat sac to make loud verbalizations. An unflanged male would look more like a female, which can get confusing out in the wild when mating season comes. When it comes to reproduction, orangutans follow a similar cycle to us humans. A female orangutan's reproductive stage lasts for around 9 months and will normally give birth to one offspring about every 6 or 7 years. The contact between a mother and its offspring will stay constant for the first year of its life, and occasionally for the next 7 years of its life. A female orangutan usually gives birth to her first infant between the ages of 14 and 16 years old, her age of adulthood, but sometimes it can be as low as 7 years when held in captivity. The father is usually around 18 to 20 years when he first fathers his orangutan infant. Orangutans reproduce slowly due to the fierce competition for males to find females, as well as the female's selective mating process. The main consequence results from a slow reproductive cycle is that it takes decades to replace population losses of orangutans. A typical habitat for the orangutan is the tropical rainforest that is dominated by the family of dipterocarpaic trees, which, interestingly enough, are also becoming endangered parts of the world. A tropical rainforest biome is found in hot and humid environments in equatorial climates. They contain the most diverse range and highest volume of plant and animal life found anywhere on Earth. In general, tropical rainforests have hot and humid climates where it rains virtually every day, in which the level of rainfall depends on the time of year. Temperatures vary through the year, but less frequently than the rainfall. In the past, orangutans ranged throughout Southeast Asia all the way to southern China, and were sometimes found on the island of Java and in southern Sumatra. Today, they are only found on the island of Borneo and Sumatra, with the Sumatran species limited to the northern part of the island. Also, in Sumatra, orangutans are entirely arboreal because of large predators that patrol the forest floor. The reason the orangutans are attracted to these areas are for the good supply of fruit, young leaves, barks, flowers, honey, insects, and vines, which describes their primary diet.
When it comes to the orangutan's environment, they experience many biotic and abiotic features. A few examples of biotic features are the rubber and bamboo trees, sloths, anteaters, poison dart frogs, lemurs, bromeliads, etc. Abiotic factors of the rainforest include water, rocks, light, and climate. Orangutans are the largest arboreal animals. Their fruit-eating and seed-dispersing behavior is of ecological significance. Helping to shape and preserve tropical rainforests, the orangutans are a keystone species. As orangutans disappear, it signals the disappearance of thousands of other animals and plant species in the fragile tropical rainforest habitats. Conversely, by saving orangutans and their habitats, we save those same species that coexist with them. Orangutans are, with the great other apes, including humans, the most intelligent beings who have ever evolved on land. Currently, orangutans find themselves being listed as endangered species due to many challenges that they face out in the wild. On an estimate, around 50,000 through 100,000 orangutans are left in the wild. The main reasons or threats that have caused the decline in the orangutan population is due to losing their habitat as a result of deforestation, palm oil plantations, illegal hunting, and illegal pet trade. Beginning in the year of 1993, the Sumatran orangutan population began to decrease by 1,000 annually. Unless these developments can be ended, there is no way that orangutans will still roam the earth in a decade. Many ways that these developments are being combated are through orangutan conservation organizations. Through donations, many of these organizations are capable of giving aid to orangutan preservation by supporting those projects that rescue and rehabilitate orangutans, increase awareness of ongoing issues that threaten the future of orangutans and their rainforest homes, protect biodiversity, and benefit local communities. In the year of 2012, the World Wildlife Organization released the powerful story of Bame the orangutan. Bame was left out in the wilderness by himself when his mother never returned back to him. It is theorized that Bame's mother fell victim to a poacher, which left Bame sad and scared. Since Bame was so young, he had to be taken into a rehabilitation center, where he constantly squeezed his eyes shut and held onto the workers' fingers in fear of being left alone again. Orangutans have emotions like humans and can show expressions through their actions. Between poachers who kill orangutans, like Bame's mother, to deforestation of their habitat, orangutans are suffering immensely. As individuals, orangutans display a unique and rich personality. They provide models for human behavior in terms of physiology, cognition, and evolution. As great apes and one of humankind's closest primate relatives, the orangutans are sentient beings that deserve respect and life.